guys, it's your girl Marielle. Welcome back to my channel, Friday Night Light Movie Reviews, where we do reactions and reviews to TV shows, movies, and other digital content. So you already know what I'm going to ask you guys. Yay! Don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. Please share this video with your friends and family. As always, don't forget to hit me up on my other digital platforms, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and TikTok. Those links will be put down in the description bar below. So today I'm going to be doing something different. I'm going to be talking about two films, well, one film and one documentary in the same video, and they're all from Netflix. So the first one that we're going to be talking about is a documentary called The Tinder Swindler. Try to say that 5 times fast. And the original Netflix series starring Kristen Bell called The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window. I'm going to tell you guys if I think it's a worthy watch, if you should watch it or pass on it, and where it falls in our 5-star category. So let's just jump right into it. The first one we're going to be talking about in this half is a documentary called The Tinder Swindler. So the documentary is about, it follows 3 different women who were frauded and swindled by a guy that they met on Tinder. His name is Simon Levav. He presented himself as an heir to a diamond industry. If they Googled him and they thought everything was straight. And this is just a sign note. It's like, okay, guys, I know Google is free, but you really got to dig, especially when it's coming from someone who's saying this is their life. Because you figure someone that rich with so many people that could be coming after them, why would they use a dating site? Why would they tell people exactly who they were? You know what I mean? That was my first red flag. I'm not going to really tell you how the documentary ended or what happened within these 3 cases, because I feel like if I give all the spoilers, what's the point, right? So as I was saying, it was 3 women, Cecilia, Pernilla, and a 3rd woman. Out of 3 women, only one was not in an intimate relationship with the Simon fella. And they all presented themselves looking for love, looking for that person that matches their vibe, matches who they are and how their outlook is on life. So when you know, this is not victim blaming, because that's not what I'm saying here. What I'm saying is, when you get on these dating apps, you really got to do your research. And I know that's not always a possible thing to do. But for example, with Cecilia, she met up with him in London because that's where she was living, originally from the Netherlands. She spoke to this man for 2 hours. He said, I'm really digging you. Come with me to Bali. Just send me your passport details. Like, your passport details, you might as well gave him everything. Your social security number, your birth certificate, where you live, what your credit score is, all that. And she just did it, guys. She just gave it away. The second woman named Pernilla, now she wasn't in a intimate kind of exchange with him. She was like, I'm not really feeling him like that. But his lifestyle is like mine. We live on the edge. We like to travel. So this would be a great friendship, even if I don't come out, you know, with a boyfriend or husband or whatever. And at first I'm like, okay, shorty is good. She not gonna fall for the okie doke like the first one, but she does. This man's game was tight. I can't say I respect it, because you know, you don't know what someone's going through when they sit there and put their trust in you, not only their person but their financial life in your hands. You're a piece of shit. But I cannot deny the fact that whatever that man be speaking, he be having these chicks like, sure, how much you want me to give you, baby? How much you need, papa? Like, the 3rd one, who was with him the longest, for almost 2 years. So while this man was swindling old girl, he was pouring it into her. And then someone reached out to her about the fraud, and this man frauded mad women. And all I know is that Google and really research, because the man was actually convicted for this same crime in 2015. You know what I mean? And so the documentary came about where Cecilia was like, I'm never probably going to recoup this $250,000 debt that I have. And you heard me right. $250,000. The second girl, I want to say like $75,000. And then the third one, they didn't really put on her monetary value that she gave him. But I will say the third girl, gangster was like, yo, you need some bread? I work in high fashion. Give me your clothes, give me your shoes, and I'm gonna sell this shit. And you gonna be all right. But shorty kept the money. That's the only dime I'm gonna drop. Because the third girl, she did the damn thing. So would I recommend you guys to watch the Tinder Swindler? I would, because no one really goes out and dates in bars and all this other stuff. Dating apps are where it's at, pretty much. That's why I do think that you guys should definitely give this documentary a watch, because look what happened to that beautiful young girl who was killed by meeting a guy, I believe, on Tinder, if I'm not mistaken. You just got to protect your body, your identity, and your monetary wealth. You got to protect that, because bum ass people are out here scamming hard. So definitely take a watch. I definitely recommend it. So let's just move on to the Netflix original series, The Woman in the House Across the Street from the Girl in the Window. So the plot of this show is that a woman, Kristen Bell, going through her grief, going through mental illnesses and everything like that, because she lost her child and she's divorced, and she pretty much doesn't leave the house. She lives in the in-between, and that really much happens when people are in grief. So one day, she's reading her book. She looks through the window and she sees a woman getting murdered. And that's how this series takes place, by her witnessing a crime. Now, the episodes 1 and 2 were amazing. The first one, I love how as the episode went on, we got to find out why she is the way she is, why she doesn't leave the house, why she doesn't do the things she used to. She used to be this amazing painter. But again, people go through their grief differently. And there's a character who's her neighbor across the street that's like, okay, it's been 3 years. Like, you can't give a time limit on how somebody is supposed to grieve. They lost a child. You try to tell me would 3 years be enough for you to move on? You know what I mean? And she was always talking about her husband, Jonathan. Like, he needs this, he needs that. Like, I don't give a crap. So in the midst of all of this, we get to see one of her biggest phobias, and that's rain. And I don't want to go too far into anything because I want you guys to, not feel like, damn, if I watch this, Maria done gave all the secrets. So she meets a guy who moves into the neighborhood. He lives across the street. He has a daughter. So, she's trying to breathe, trying to do it at her own pace. And because they have something in common, his wife passed away, her daughter passed away. So they know what it feels to lose such a humongous loss. So episodes 1 and 2 were great. I love the transition with Kristen Bell, how there's one moment she's living in the past and walking around talking like these people are in her house. And then the next moment, she's like, how do I keep forgetting that? How do I keep forgetting my daughter is no longer with me? How do I keep forgetting that my husband left me? You know what I mean? Like, I love that transition. And it wasn't like, I guess it's kind of like a flashback, but it wasn't done that way. If I'm making any sense to you, like, it almost felt like that's how the episode was supposed to go. That's really happening in real time in her character for the show. Now episodes 3, 4, 5, and 6, those 4 in between episodes, I will say was a disappointment. Especially because this show is only 26, most episodes, are between 26 and 28 minutes, which is relatively short compared to other Netflix series. They're always about 45 minutes to an hour long. So you thought, okay, they're putting all the real meat within the first 15 minutes of the episode, so we're going to get to it as fast as possible. And episode 1 and 2 did that for me. But those 4 middle episodes, it was kind of repetitive, like they were just stringing us along. And yes, we do find out different things within those middle episodes, but it wasn't enough for me to be like, all these episodes were amazing. I see why it's 26, 28 minutes long, because they punch us right in the face with all the good stuff. And they did not do that for those middle episodes. It definitely fell short. That's just in my opinion. Now, episodes 7 and 8 should have been like 1 and 2, 7 and 8. That's how the middle episode should have been. Because within the first 15 minutes, we're seeing the juice. We're seeing how everything is unfolding. We're getting shocked. We're being surprised. But those middle episodes just wasn't doing it for me. Like, I knew it was going to happen next. They kind of like just set us up. Okay, we know this. We know she's going to go here. We know she's arguing with her neighbor. We know that now the other neighbor thinks she's cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. But it wasn't enough. And I'm just saying, like, in 26, 28 minutes, if you can't hold my attention, what is that about? But I will say episodes 7 and 8 were great. We really get to see Kristen Bell's character, one, kind of accept her grief, kind of accept that she may be having a mental breakdown and that she needs to kind of like make her peace so people can start to believe her when these crazy things are happening to her just right outside of her house. I mean, there's even a part in this season where she was accused of the murder that she witnessed across the street. And that was an amazing opportunity for that 5th episode to really do something. And it just was holding it, and then it fell short. So I like Kristen Bell. I love her transition. She still keeps her humor, because I don't think we can actually see her without humor. And I love that. I love that she was able to put on different hats in each episode. You know, the strong one, the attitude, the I don't give a the vulnerability that she had in each episode was amazing. I will say that she definitely carried this season. And yes, I know it's surrounding just by her, but we do get some seasons where background actors or actresses kind of like keep us into this season or into the show. But Kristen Bell definitely carried her own. It's just that 3, 4, 5, and 6, like it just wasn't enough. You know what I mean? Like, it was going on to someone else, but they left Kristen Bell out of it, and I think that's where it lost its luster. So, like I said, I'm not going to give away the end. So, would I recommend you guys watching this Netflix series? I would say yes. Like I said, 1 and 2 and 7 and 8. I know you think, Marielle, really? But I just want you guys to watch it, because there's great potential in this series, and I think it is worth a watch. Where does it fall in our 5-star category? I'm giving it a 3.5 stars, only because of the middle scene. I'm sorry, not middle scenes. The middle episodes just wasn't hitting. So we are at the end of this video. I know this video is longer than my normal ones, but I wanted to see and do something different for you guys. So as always, don't forget to hit that like, comment, and subscribe button. Please share this video. And be safe, be courageous, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.